What's up, everyone? My name is Sadiq, and I'm a seven-figure Amazon seller. I've been selling on Amazon for a little under 2 years now. And in this video, I'm going to give you a full walkthrough of SellerAmp and give you a full step-by-step tutorial on exactly how to use it. So let's open up my screen share, and we'll get right into it. Cool. So we're on an Amazon listing right now. And if you don't know already, there's only two softwares you need from the absolute get-go of starting on Amazon. Number one is going to be Keepa. Number two is going to be SellerAmp. So Keepa is a product research tool. Check out my last video if you want to know how to use that. The next one's going to be SellerAmp, which is a profit analytics tool, which is what we're going to check out today. So getting right into it, on the left side of my screen, we have SellerAmp right here. SellerAmp, again, is just a profit analytics tool. It's a Chrome extension. You can get it from the Google Chrome store, or you can get it from wherever you download extensions from. And yeah, it's on the left side of my screen now, but you can also move it to the right side by toggling down here at the bottom. You can move it to the middle of your screen if you really wanted to, but I may have it at the left side. That's just a personal preference, and that's what I like to do. But yeah, we're going to go top to bottom, and we're going to go over everything included in the software. So at the very top, we have NBA 2K24 Kobe Bryant Edition. That's just the name of the item we're going to be selling. We have the category as well, video games here. And we also have the ASIN. The ASIN is, you need this right here. You need the ASIN to be able to upload and list products onto your storefront. So it's super helpful that SellerAmp provides it right there. Right below, we have dimensions. Dimensions is just the dimensions of this product. So it gives you the length, the width, the height, and the weight as well, which is super important because if you want FBM products, you need to know the dimensions in order to know what you're going to pay for the FBM shipping label. Moving on, we have quick info. Quick info is super helpful. It tells you all the basic information you need to know right away. Eligible, this just means, are you eligible to sell this product, otherwise known as, are you ungated to selling this product? If you're not, totally okay. Just buy 10 units from an authorized distributor or retailer and submit that to Amazon, and you'll be able to get ungated. So I'm already ungated in this product, so it says yes. Next over, we have alerts. The alerts tab, it just tells you a bunch of things you want to be mindful of before buying this product. So eligibility right here, are you eligible to sell? Are you ungated to sell? The answer is yes. Is it in the hazmat or dangerous goods program? The answer is no. So we're totally good there. Has Amazon ever been on the listing? No. Is it a private label product? No. It tells you everything you know. Multiples, it's not a multiple product. So the alerts tab is super helpful. Moving on to BSR. BSR stands for best seller rank. That's just telling you how quickly does an item move. If you're a beginner, a good standard or a good metric to go off of, if it's under 100K, you want to stay below 100K, just so you know you're buying like quick, fast-moving inventory. And yeah, so the closer this is to 1, the faster it's going to sell. So this is actually sub 1,000, which means it sells like very, very, very fast. Moving on, estimated sales. This has an estimated sales of over 1,100 sales per month on this ASIN. Max cost. This is the max price you want to be paying to get your desired income. So on SellerAmp, I have a desired income of 30% ROI, and that's what I go for across most categories. And if I click that button again, 1048 would be the max cost I would have to pay to get my desired 30% ROI. Let's say you're not paying that. Let's say you're paying $9.99. You can just manually input that cost price right there. Sell price is going off the current buy box price. So that's super helpful. Profit next, 3,864 is what you would be making if you paid $9.99. You sold for $22.21. Over here is profit percentage, otherwise known as gross profit. Next is ROI, so your return on investment for buying this product at $9.99 and selling it for $21 after fees. And your break-even price, which would be what you would have to sell this product for to get all of your money back and make no profit. But we clearly see it selling for $22.21, so we would be making money there. Moving on, offer summary. It tells you how many total offers there are. So there's 72 offers on this product, 45 FBA, 27 FBM. But that's totally all right, because if we come right here, it says there's 900 sales per month. You'll be able to get some buy box rotation. Zooming in a little bit, we're going to move on to ranks and prices. The ranks and prices just gives you the BSR and the price history over the last current 30 days, 90 days, 180 days, or all time. So I like to look at normally the 90-day. The average BSR was 744. Again, it's below 1,000. So it moves very, very, very fast. It gives you the buy box price, the average buy box price for the last 90 days, which is $24.30. It'll also give you the minimum it's sold for and the maximum it's sold for, which is close to $40. It'll tell you if Amazon was ever on this listing. There's a dash, which means not available. So Amazon was never selling on this listing. It'll give you the lowest FBA price and the lowest FBM price. Keeper drops. I know a ton of people swear by this, but I personally don't look at it a lot. I just prefer to look at the offer count and the bought in the past month feature that Keeper recently added. I don't look at the rest of this a whole lot. We'll scroll down to alerts. That's right here. That's the same thing as alerts tab, so we can skip right over that. It's basically just giving you the exact same info. Coming down to the charts tab, we'll scroll out a little bit. The first chart right here, it mirrors Keepa. So Keepa's down here. Keepa gives you the price action, the monthly sold, and then the offer count as well. And SellerAmp is basically just mirroring that too for you right here with the same information. So the pink line right here is the buy box price. You want this line to be as straight as possible. That way, because if you're buying something today, you need it to be profitable in 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks from now. So the more stable the price is, the more predictable your profit's going to be. Scrolling down to monthly sold, we can see that this product sells anywhere from 700 to upwards of 1,000 times per month, which is awesome. That means it moves very, very, very fast. And then below is the offer count. This is the most important thing I look at. I need to know that this offer count movement is going up and down, up and down, up and down constantly. That way it's telling me that this product's constantly going in and out of stock, which means it's selling very quickly. So I like to look at that a ton. And it's helpful to have this Keepa chart integrated right into SellerAmp too, because if you're using the SellerAmp app and you're doing retail arbitrage, you don't have to download the Keepa app necessarily. I never used the Keepa app when I was doing retail arbitrage, but you totally can. It's super helpful. But just to get a quick glance, you get the price history, you get the monthly sold, and you get the offer count movement right in the SellerAmp tab, and it'll show on SellerAmp's app as well if you're doing retail arbitrage, like I said. Down here is the profit calculator. You can input your cost price, your sale price, and fulfillment type. So FBA would mean you ship bulk units to FBA or to Amazon and they fulfill it for you. Or you can switch over to FBA, means you individually package and send out items yourself. But the thing with FBM is normally most sellers charge free shipping, which means you're going to have to bake in your FBM cost. And the FBM cost is basically just going to be the cost for your materials, your poly mailer, your box, whatever, and the price of the shipping label. So to figure out the price of the shipping label, you can go to pirateship.com, and then you can input these dimensions right here that SellerAmp provides to you. And then I'm in PA, so I would put in a state like Florida, or I would put a state like California that's pretty far from me, just to get the maximum cost of the shipping. That way I never lose money. Like I want to know what the most I'm going to pay for shipping is. That way I could factor it into my profit calculator right here. But we're going to switch it back to FBA. It gives you the profit, the ROI, your maximum cost, all the fees and everything associated with selling this product. So we pop open this total fees. It'll give you all the Amazon fees, all the storage fees, everything you're going to be charged for selling this product. So referral fee right here, $333, fulfillment fee, closing fee, storage, prep, inbound, all of that's right there for you. And SellerAmp calculates that pretty nicely for you. Scrolling down, you can put how much quantity you're buying. Let's say you wanted to buy 100 of these, and you were paying the $9.99 price. We input it into SellerAmp right here, and we're selling it at $221. Scroll back down. Our total cost for us to buy this units would be $9.99. That would be our cost of goods. Our sale price, which is the buy box price right now, and our revenue would be $2,221, and our total profit before returns would be $364. So that's nicely calculated for you too, if you are buying like more than one unit. Moving down, Google Sheets. Google Sheets is super, super, super helpful. So all this information up here, if we were to hit export onto a Google Sheet, it would just export all that information, the BSR, the price, the current buy box, price. It would give you the ROI. All of that stuff would be exported onto a sheet. SAS buy sheet 2. That's my personal buy sheet. That's what I export to when I'm looking at products. And then Jovi sourcing sheet. That's my VA. She exports to her own sheet, and then that way I can go look and review over her leads on a separate spreadsheet later on. So the Google Sheets, definitely take advantage of this. It's super helpful. It saves you a ton of time just by like one clicking, and you're getting all that data exported. Notes and tags. This is a video game, so I mean we could add a tag in. Good for Q4. If we see this later in the year and we want to come back to it, we could see that note and it says good for Q4. So I'd know to buy a ton, or maybe I would write it's profitable at Best Buy and Walmart, because I do know that's where these products typically come from, is Best Buy and Walmart. You could add that in. You could add whatever note you want in. That way, if you ever cycle back to it in a month from now, a couple weeks from now, or like even next year, you're going to know where you got that product from and what price you would have to pay if you put that. So profitable at Best Buy and Walmart if paying below $10. You could make that note to yourself. You could save it and it'll be there forever. So if you ever come back to that ASIN, like I said, you have that information for you sitting right there. We're going to zoom out a little bit so we can look at the offers tab. Move over. Boom. Offers tab, it just gives you all the offers of other sellers that are on this listing with this product listed in their storefront as well. That gives you all the offers from FBA to FBM. So right here, we can see there's 45 FBA sellers. There's 27 FBM sellers. And you see this bolded price right here. That's who currently has the buy box. It gives you the stock. It gives you the current ROI based on your cost. So this guy right here, Jad Entertainment, he has the buy box. He has 123 stock, and he's selling at $22.21. Right, and then you can also pop open these storefronts, and you can see what other people are priced at as well. Yep, there we go. Lookup details would just be the last time you looked at this product. So like I said, if you did buy this last month, it would tell you looked at it a month ago. Right, and then Seller Central has a bunch of quick links to Seller Central from SellerAmp. So if you wanted to click this link, it would take you to the Seller Central page to add this product into your storefront. It would take you to the Seller Central page to look at your inventory of this item, or it would take you to your past orders of this item. So again, if you sold this last month and you want to look at your orders from the last month, you could just hit this. It's a quick link, and it'll take you to Seller Central. It'll prompt you to log in if you're not logged in already. And you can look through that data. And then the keep a tab we already looked at, right? And then we're going to click onto the second Amazon tab I have for you guys right here. It's just going to be my settings I have, and I'll explain all of that as well. So minimum BSR I don't have, because obviously the lower the BSR, the quicker it's going to be. Maximum BSR, you can just have it at 1% or 2%. I think that's the standard. Minimum profit, I have my minimum profit at $3 profit per unit. Minimum ROI is 30% ROI. I will go lower if it's a non-returnable item like hazmat products or like grocery products, because those are not eligible for returns by the customer. Or I might go higher of like 40, 50% ROI on high return rate categories like shoes, apparel, appliances, things of that nature, because you want to be able to have a higher ROI to account for all those fees and removal fees and all the miscellaneous costs that come with having a lot of returns. Additional cost. Prep fee, if you have a prep fee, mine says like $1.25 a unit for standard products. You can input that right there. Your miscellaneous fee, if you're prepping at home and you don't have any prep fees, maybe you do the math and it costs you an average of let's say like 50 cents per product to get it out the door with your box, your bubble wrap, any cost associated. You can input that right there. Right, so I'm going to put in my prep fee because my prep fee is $1.25. Miscellaneous fees, this is if you have tax and you're still shipping stuff to your home and you have to pay the sales tax because you don't have a prep center just yet, you can add the percentage. So if your sales tax percent is 6%, you could just add it in, and SellerAmp will bake that into your expenses. Next, inbound shipping, that would be roughly anywhere from 40 to 60 cents is what I've seen after the recent fee increase in March. And then inbound placement, that's normally defaulted to partial splits for everyone. You can change it to Amazon Optimize, or you can change it to minimal shipment splits in Seller Central yourself if that's better cost effective for you. You're just going to have to test it out yourself and run the numbers on that. But I know for the most part, most people are defaulted to shipment splits. So I'm going to leave it as that. All right, so coming back to the Amazon tab, we can actually, there's also a super good, there's actually two good things I want to show you guys as well. If we go up to SellerAmp right here in the SaaS web app, you can actually open this up and you can see all of this information once it loads in a super digestible manner. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it has all the information we were just looking at in its own little charts right here. And it's super easy, super nice to digest. And you can look at all this information pretty easily right here if you just pop open the web app, like I said. Right. And the other thing I want to show you, we'll close out those other two tabs. You scroll down here. I'm going to show you another thing called storefront stalking with SellerAmp. Storefront stalking is basically on the offers tab down here. If we were to scroll down, we can click open these guys' storefronts, and we can actually see what else they're selling. So this guy is also selling other video games like Mario Kart, EA Sports FC 24, and a bunch of other video games too. So if we were in the video games category and that's what we like to source, we can find other guys who are selling. We already know these guys are selling NBA 2K24, so we could pop open their tab and see what other video games are selling, or figure out what other brands are selling. So Adidas, Under Armour, Nike, Lacoste, Adidas Originals, Columbia, Tommy Hilfiger, Puma, etc. They're selling all of this. And what we would do to try to find these items profitably, we can just hit the Google button, and SellerAmp will actually tell you the max cost you need to pay right here. Super easy, right? And you're going to just try to pop open all of these by just hitting the Google button and trying your best to get it for that price. So we see 34, 45, 30. We're not really seeing any prices that are as close to the max cost of $9. So we're just going to keep moving on, and you would just keep doing that for each of these products until you find a product that is actually profitable. So that's called storefront stalking. And another thing I want to add is you can hover over these storefront names. And I would personally source and look at storefronts that are between 50 and let's say like 300 ratings, because that's why you know they're doing online arbitrage. If they're lower, that just means they're beginners, and they might not have the best things in their storefront. If they have more than 300, they might be wholesale, or they might be like a super big time seller that is going to be tough to find their products. So you don't want to look at that. So anywhere from like 50 to 300 is typically what I recommend. So this guy's 132. This guy's 17,000, so he might be wholesale. 3 too low. This guy has 131. We can pop him open. 17,000 again. Geez, these people have some high ratings. Yeah. All right, one more right here. Food Trend has 259, and again, he sells a bunch of video games like similar to the product we were just looking at. And you can just go through all of his listings, try to pop them open and see whatever you can find profitably as well, right? So for Undertale right here, our max cost would be 22.10. Pop it open. We see it pretty close to the 22.10, right? 29. Oh, that's pre-owned. Okay. So regardless, you would just pop open Google and just try to find that product for as close to the max cost or lower as possible. And you would just keep clicking through all of these. And you can go through all the brands they have and whatnot. Because if they're selling in their storefront, they found it somewhere profitably. And again, if they're between like the 50 and 300 reviews range, they're most likely online arbitrage. And if they have it in their storefront, they found it somewhere profitably. And it's your job now to go find that item profitably as well. So that's all I have for the step-by-step tutorial. I hope you guys all like this video. Leave a comment of what you thought and let me know what else videos you guys want to see. And then there's also a link below in the description to my free Discord. We run a free call every single week with the guest speaker. So this recent one we had yesterday with my boy Nikki, he went from 0 to 4 million on Amazon in under 18 months. So that was a super awesome call. Next week, we're going to have a 20 million a year seller. So definitely hop in there if you're not in there already.